Hi guys, me again. So here is my part 2. As you can see, I'm back under the covers because the gym hurt me. And look, this is as close as I'm going to get to Creepy Bunny at this point. As you've seen, a ransom. Poor Creepy. It's driven me to drink. How much I miss him. Anyway. Moving on to the collection. Yes, I watch Nightbreed, and yes, I still enjoy it. I do want to get the director's cut from Arrow at some point. Queen. Anyway, so my next one on the list, House of a Thousand Corpses. You knew it was coming. I was going to have a Rob Zombie one on there at some point. I love his music anyway, but House of a Thousand Corpses is just a classic for me. Plus, you know, I'm a bit demented, so of course I like House of a Thousand Corpses. Anyway, after House of a Thousand Corpses, I'm going with one. I was going to go with The Woman. I may watch it anyway, but I've decided to swap it out for one my mum recommended again. My mum was like, "Ooh, if you like that, you'll like this." I'm like, I can't really say no to my mum. My mum has good taste. Spectral is on Netflix, so yeah, I gotta get Netflix just to watch it. Or I could ask very nicely and see if she lends me Netflix, but no, I'm not going to. I'll just get Netflix anyway. Plus, there's a lot of good horror on there from what she's been telling me, and I'm like, oh god, Amazon's a bit dead at the moment. I'm having to buy and rent stuff just so I can watch it, because the selection needs to be a bit better. It's a bit at the moment. Anyway, so Spectral will be the next one. Then I'm going with Midsommar. Never seen it before, and I've heard a lot of good reviews about it. I've heard it's weird, but luckily nothing Serbian human caterpillar-y kind of weird, so that's good for me. If it's anything how I've kind of looked at it, I'm thinking it's more of a... It has kind of a Wicker Man vibe. Again, I want to watch Wicker Man at some point regardless, because, you know, Christopher Lee. Yay! Love me some Christopher Lee. And I do love Vincent Price. Those are my two favourites, because I do like my Hammer horror. I like early Hammer horror though. I don't like the whole later stuff. Although, to be fair, Angry Pit is fair. Anyway, moving on. The others I've already done. Babadook. Knew it was coming. You hate the Babadook. However, my favourite band is Avatar. And the lead singer, it took me a bit to get used to him because his face-up makeup and yeah, the stills of him very much remind me of the Babadook. Seriously, if you haven't had a chance to check out Avatar and you like weird metal of rock and blah blah blah, seriously, even just for shits and giggles, have a look at Google, search for the lead singer of Avatar, and I swear to God you will sit there and go, mate, it's the Babadook. But yes, I will be watching the Babadook again. I'm not a big fan of creepy things that can move and deform, yeah. Which is why I decided to torture myself that little bit more and add The Thing by John Carpenter to my list. Anybody who knows me really well knows I can't do cracking and then deformed body movements or people running backwards on themselves or... But yeah, the whole thing started with The Thing. With the head, with the arms, and yeah. But for some reason, I feel the need to return back to it. And I think after that, I will also watch The Other Thing, which my mum introduced me to. It's like a carry-on. Well, no, it's not a carry-on, bad Nat. It's a prequel to the original Thing. And you know what? It's so seamless. Even I was saying to my mum, I was like, you sure this wasn't done at the same time frame? She's like, no, it's brand new, but they're using all of the old style stuff to kind of fit in with the timeline. I thought it was brilliant. Like, so both things will be on my list. I'll just do them in the same day because I don't want to miss out. Then we move on to Insidious. Obviously, everybody knew Insidious was going to end up on there. I do like the first Insidious is great. Second Insidious, didn't like it that much. Even though it was carrying on from the first Insidious, I just didn't like it as much. Number 3 wasn't too bad. The Key had a lot of jump scares in it, and I did appreciate it. I'll still watch them for, like, entertainment value more than anything. I was going to put The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It onto the list for next, you know, the following one. but I kind of caved and watched it, and it doesn't quite it's good. There is some jump scares in it. I like how it carries on with the Conjuring universe. However, it's not my cup of tea. So yeah, it's all right. It's definitely worth a watch, but yeah, it's not the Conjuring one, which is why I'm adding the Conjuring one instead to the next day. Then I'm going to go with Lords of Salem. Yes, it's another Rob Zombie, but I've been dying to see it for a while, and I love anything with witches and stuff in it anyway. So yeah, it was a no-brainer. I was going to add Lord of Salem's. It Follows. It Follows was yeah, not a horror I expected to like. Loved the concept. Very intriguing indeed, and it had a lot of good jump scares in it, a great amount of character development in it too. So I will definitely be going with that one. And then it will be The Descent, because again, after reading quite a few stories involving caves, piece of Germany, I will not be going near caves anytime in the future, but what the hell, why not go for a cave full of monsters? Just add that to the list. And then, oh no, yeah, I forgot about that one. The Taking of Deborah. Yeah, because listening to Nana on audio are not enough for scaring the crap out of me as far as old people's concerned. Mark. Anyway, yes, Mark. Don't get me wrong, this isn't saying it's bad. Nana is amazing, well written, and the narrative is fantastic. But Mark, I'm never going to look at freaking old people the same way again. I thought The Visit was bad. Now you've freaking ruined for it totally. So yeah, I had to add The Taking. It's an interesting concept of delving into dementia anyway. So I was kind of curious to see how this goes psychologically as well. Trick or Treat's on there because my brother Tom got me it, and yes, it's cheesy as shit, but I love it, and Ozzy Osbourne plays a priest in it, and there's some good music in it, so do not judge me. Anyway, then we go on to one of my favourites, Event Horizon. I do like Event Horizon. It's basically Hellraiser in space, but not shit like Hellraiser in space was. So it was the Hellraiser in space I wanted, but didn't get when I watched Hellraiser in space. So, Event Horizon. Plus, I do love the characters in it, and I love the actors. So, yeah, that one's going on there too. Have I gone through them all? I can't bloody remember. There's so many. There's so many people. It is going on there. The original It, mind you, not the remake. Don't get me wrong, the remake's bloody brilliant. I loved it. Because it was trying to follow the book as much as possible. However, Tim Curry? Do I need any more reasons than that? Tim Curry? Tim Curry will always be the It that scared the shit out of me as a kid. So I'm going with Tim Curry. Don't get me wrong, I do love the new guy that plays It, but I'm an old classic girl. I will go with Tim Curry every time. And yes, you know, it's technically a mini-series, but I'm going to watch it. Don't give a shit. Anyway, the other one is Woman in Black. Don't get me wrong, Daniel Radcliffe, I look at him and I'll always see Harry Potter. However, his character in Woman in Black is fantastic. I have to give him credit. He did really good acting in that. And I did like the fact that there was a few jump scares in it. I liked the story. I'd been dying to read the book, but Sammy got there before me. So she got a copy of that when we went away and did a day visit. I think it was... Oh, crap, I forgot where we went. But Dartmouth? Dartmouth? No, it'll come to me. I'll put it in the comments. But yeah, she managed to find a copy of Woman in Black, and she's got that at home now. So she can tell me if it's any close or if it's far, far away from the actual book itself. It'd be interesting to find out. Plus, you know, anything that I usually read, I pass on to Sam, so it's a nice change to actually nick books off Sam. Anyway, I think I've gone through them all, have I? I might add an extra one on there just because, you know what, I don't care. Halloween all year round for me. I don't crap. I'll watch horror all the time. But anyway, yeah, I think that's all of them. Oh wow, that was nice and quick at all. It's because usually I ramble on when I go through all of them. First part one, I do apologise, it was stupidly long, but you know when I ramble, it's very hard to shut me up. So, oh, Cabin in the Woods. I gotta watch that one too. Because the Mister hasn't seen Cabin in the Woods. And I was like, oh, come on, you've not seen Hemsworth in Cabin in the Woods? And he's like, Hemsworth in it? And I was like, yeah, Thor's in it. So Cabin in the Woods will be on the list, no doubt. So I'll add that in there too. And if I have gone over a little bit, I blame the wine. So anyway, that's my collection of what I'll be watching for 31 days of October. It might be just over 31 days, but I don't care. But at least you get an idea of what kind of horror I'm into. However, I am open to all suggestions of all other forms of horror. So if you think there's one on the list that is missing, or you think there's one that I really should check out, feel free to message me, comment, or just let me know on either the video or just message me. I'm pretty approachable. Anyway, I will let you guys get back to the rest of your evening. I am going to get back to reading some amazing poetry and also some good books. Daddy has really opened my eyes, Ian. Daddy was amazing. I really enjoyed it, and I didn't expect the twist at the end. You know, I love a good twist, good sir. Well done. And then I will be checking out more of the stories from Godless, including I'm Sorry, which has a double amazing combination. So it's a collaboration between Aaron and Mr. Volpe, who I absolutely adore. So I will definitely be doing a review on my next section of the Godless collection that I've been reading for 31 Days of Godless. So keep an eye out, and I'll speak to you all later.